AITA for expecting my GF to help me when I did something she disapproved of. I bought a second-hand motorcycle from a friend and began using it to get my motorcycle license. My GF was very against it and showed me statistics of injury rates from motorcycles and how stupid it was that I was choosing to take the risk. I've always wanted to get one and I ignored her because she is constantly nagging about it being dangerous. We got into multiple fights over it and I was sick and tired of her complaining. Last month I got into an accident. No car, only me, where I swerved into a metal fence and broke my collarbone and fractured my wrist. I got myself to emergency and they patched me up. I also got multiple cuts on my face and I needed stitches. I don't have the best insurance, so after insurance I have a $3,700 bill. I can't afford this, and even if I sell the motorcycle I still have over $1,000 in the bill. I'm trying to get the bill reduced now, but it will take a while. Beyond that, I also can't cook or do basic things like put on the brace to my shoulder or lift things. I've asked my GF to help me when she comes over to help me, and she's just coldly told me if she helps me I'll just get back on my motorcycle, which I've already told her I'm trying to sell. And I've called her cold and bitchy for refusing to help me with anything because she calls my injuries self-inflicted. She seems like she wouldn't help me if I got sick because she isn't the least bit sympathetic. I got hurt, but AITA for expecting any help after she warned me it was dangerous. Info. I've asked my GF to help me when she comes over to help me. Does this mean she is helping you physically but not financially? Dude. YTA. I ride. There's two types of riders. Those that have wiped and those that haven't yet. I ride with my safety gear on. Never without insurance on both me and the bike. I've even added AFLAC type insurance. Just in case. You've no business riding without insurance or being safe. She was against it. You belittle her. Then you want her help? Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. Okay, so let me get this straight. Because I had to read your post several times to understand what help you were demanding and not getting from your girlfriend. Here's what you wrote. I still have over $1,000 in the bill. I can't cook or do basic things like put on the brace to my shoulder or lift things. I've asked my GF to help me when she comes over to help me. So, your girlfriend is helping you during your recovery. She comes over to your place to cook for you and help you lift things and put on your shoulder brace. However, are calling her cold and bitchy because she refuses to help with anything else, i.e. pay your hospital bill, on top of the care she is already providing for your ungrateful ass. Up. You have some nerve demanding that your girlfriend pay any part of your hospital bill. You should be kissing her feet for cooking for and tending to you right now, instead of dumping you flat, as you deserve. Hopefully she is only waiting for you to recover somewhat before she does in fact dump you. YTA. She is constantly nagging. I've called her cold and bitchy. You don't even like this person. Why are you dating her? I'm going to put my hand near that fire. Don't. You'll get burned. I'm going to. Please don't. Stop nagging me. Ouch, that fire burned me. Yay. Fire does that. Help me with my burn. I warned you, but you called me a nag. Don't be a bitch. Help me. Bye. YTA. Sounds like the issue is more your communication style than anything else. YTA. She warned you. You got hurt. She's not budging. I admire her boundaries. F around and find out. YTA. You didn't care about how she felt when you went ahead and got the bike. You didn't factor in the risks and costs associated. You are very lucky it was only $3,700 bill. This is not just getting sick. This was you making a choice to get on a motorbike knowing the danger and her feeling then. Expecting her to be responsible for you when it went wrong. Would it be nice if she helped care for you? Yes, but then it would also be nice if she had a boyfriend that cared about how she felt and didn't call her bitchy and nagging. Well, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions. YTA, leave her alone. YTA. You were literally warned by her about the exact situation you are now in. Not sure how the rest of your relationship is, but it seems like this was the breaking point for her. Also, why are you with her if you're sick of her complaining? Like, just break up then. YTA, actions have consequences. You're asking her to pay for your choices that she specifically spoke out against. No one should own a motorcycle if they are not in a position to pay medical bills, cover being off work, and cover paid help for the things they can no longer do. If a spouse agrees to help you in the case of a problem, that's one thing, but your GF stated clearly that she was against it. This is in no way on her to solve for you. And just so you know, I'm not one of those people. My husband currently owns around 20 motorcycles. But we can afford for an accident to happen. You got off lightly. Something it doesn't sound like you realize because you're focused on her treatment of you. I'm an amputee from a motorcycle accident, lol. $3,700 $100 bill and a girlfriend who has the right to say I told you so is nothing. Count your blessings, man. Could have been so much worse. My GF told me I was going to get hurt, and now that I got hurt doing what she said would hurt me, she won't give me sympathy. YTA, and you sound immature and entitled. YTA. You had bad insurance and you got a motorcycle anyway. That is completely irresponsible. If you knew anything about riding, you would know that everyone ends up in the at some point. It is just your lack of skill. It is every other diver out there, as well as road conditions and lack of protection on a bike. Now you expect a bailout from the people who loved you enough to warn you. I would do very little to help you too. There is no way I'd give you money for this. She is right. This is a lesson you need to learn. Everything you put in this post is an indication you haven't learned your lesson. If it wasn't a partnership when you considered her a nag, then it isn't magically a partnership now. Just you decided that it works in your favor. Perhaps if you admitted you were acting selfishly and irresponsibly, that you are sorry for treating her poorly, that she was right and you are going to take responsibility for the mess you caused, i.e. by paying your own bills and figuring out how to take care of yourself, then she will know you have learned a lesson and she will be willing to help. If you don't do those things, then there is really no point to the relationship. Is there? YTA, you found out. Getting sick, like catching the flu, is not the same as having your accident. While you didn't choose to get into an accident, you actively chose to do something dangerous. You want to say your GF doesn't care about you, but if that were true, she wouldn't care if you got into an accident in the first place. YTA. YTA. You are lucky to be alive and didn't suffer any brain damage. Consider this a costly lesson learned. Your girlfriend warned you, and you didn't listen. She is not obliged to pay for your mistake. And I'm shocked that she is still with you after you called her a BTCH. I had this book growing up, King Rollo and the Tree. King Rollo saw this huge tree outside his castle, and wanted to climb it. Everyone told him he'd fall, that he'd tear his coat and bump his head. But King Rollo climbed the tree anyway. And he fell, and bumped his head and tore his coat, just like everyone said he would. She calls my injuries self-inflicted. Bro, you crashed your motorcycle into a stationary object. Who do you think inflicted your injuries? She seems like she wouldn't help me if I got sick. Has she expressly warned you that your actions are likely to cause you to become sick? I don't see how this is comparable at all. YTA. King Rolo. Info. You say your GF comes over to help you but then say she won't help you. What help are you referring to? Is she helping you physically, but not financially? Do you expect her to pay your bills because of your bad choices? Because that's not the same as a random illness or injury. You crashed into something all on your own on a vehicle she warned you about. I would not pay the bills of a BF. Maybe help a finance if we lived together. But she's not responsible for your bills. If you were married, maybe. If you are referring to financial help, will you sign a notarized contract so she gets paid back? If you are referring to physical help, why is she going over to your place? Is she just keeping you company? YTA. You were thoroughly warned and it ended up with you Wilhelm screaming into a fence. I also can't cook or do basic things like put on the brace to my shoulder or lift things. Toughen up, Buttercup. Quit nagging her. Yeah. YTA. You made a stupid decision. She has no obligation to help you financially or otherwise. That said, sounds like you guys aren't the best fit together.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.